talk to him.
Jay Yontel says, what's up, man? What's up, man? Do you think that they will add the newer titles and possibly promos? And do you believe 2K24 has the potential to be the biggest WWE game? Biggest WWE game in a long time. For me, maybe people love 2K20. Maybe they didn't. Biggest game in a long time. Yeah, and I hope it works out. There's probably going to be things we complain about. We're not going to be happy with something. There's always going to be things. New titles? I think so. They've been out for months now. Months. How hard is it to make new titles? The CAW community just busts out titles the day they come out. So they could put them in there. They gotta be in there. Like, it's been long enough. Should be even a last minute addition. Remember too, before the game always comes out, like right before it comes out, they probably throw in a patch update to give you like the latest champions. And then the card is usually fairly up to date with who's the champ, unless stuff changes on Raw, like the night before. And promos coming back, I said this earlier, I think maybe they come back. I think that they're going to be an action item list in universe, if anything. Gaming Dipper says, do you think they will add more double title entrances? And so you think 2K should let you choose what titles to go for in My Rise? So they answer the second thing. I think so. I think it should have more freedom in My Rise of like which belt, instead of just my road to WrestleMania type of thing where I'm just going to go up to like US title and the main title, or where like it gives you the kind of hard narrative story. It depends on what people like. Some people like the idea of just like, I get this story experience and it just goes. I like the idea of freedom of like, I want to choose to go after the tag titles, and that's going to be the story arc I go for. And then I'm like, I want to go and do a story for US title. And yeah, I like to pick and choose a little bit here and have the options and the freedom. More double title entrances I think are going to be there. They made a point in the press release that double title matches are in the game. They're in universe mode. So if they're in there, they probably did a few more captures for double belts. It's just that it's not a thing in WWE anymore. Roman doesn't even have 2 belts. Glad it's there. Glad they're putting it back in. Crossroads22, do you think, and Crossroads has the 2K image of Cody. That's all funny. Do you think we will finally get eliminations in Wargames 24 to make it more realistic? No. I think they're going to keep Wargames exactly the same, polish it up a little bit, maybe a few more animations for diving. I don't think they're going to give us the match options to do eliminations because it's not a thing in Wargames, but I wish it was. User MG third, I can't read the rest, but User MG says, do you think that the next step for story game mode is where you can play as a manager for a wrestler, working your way up to be like the greatest like Paul Heyman or Paul Bearer, connecting your legacy as a manager? You go on and on about all of this, but and giving your 2 cents. I really like the idea, kind of like that RPG element in there. Like maybe if it was in more of a, I don't know, road to WrestleMania, because we have 40 years WrestleMania this year. What if next year was like a road to WrestleMania, 5 stories, and one of them is like a manager option where, yeah, you pick and choose the superstar you want to elevate up. You know what they should do with that is like superstar mode in universe. I don't like superstar mode that much. It's got some quirks to it that are okay, but yeah. But what would be really cool for superstar mode is do superstar or like manager mode, and like what you're talking about, I get to be Paul Heyman or my own manager and try to get the XP and level up my current wrestler up the ranks. That'd be kind of fun. Just in time, do you think Kairi Sane will be DLC? I feel like she will be. I think that she came in late enough, not too late. She could be DLC, refresh character. People will argue she should be in the base game, but you know what? She was gone long enough from WWE. She's revamped her character, so it's not the same. It's not the Sky Pirate. So we got a new character in there. I think she'll be DLC. Angel Sayer 214, do you think WWE 2K24 actually has story creator? It's just not revealed yet? I mean, it makes sense because the tagline is about finishing your story. No, I think that's just more to do with Cody and marketing. I think if story creator was in there, they would make a big deal of it. They're making a big deal, like the press releases, they already talked about like, here's all 4 of the new match types. They're telling you everything that's in the game. I think the rest that's gonna we're gonna find out about when the game comes out is all the little nuances, updates that they put in there. Story creator is such a big thing. I think they would advertise it and really market it. I don't think it's in there. Hulk Smash says, will 2K24 finally get HDR support? Probably not. Still on last gen, so I think we're still a ways away from that. Josh Joseph says, do you think we might defeat the streak back in some way, shape or form, since 40 years WrestleMania is coming back? Maybe, or it's gonna be like defeat the tribal chief. They already do all the tower stuff in my faction, so I think they'll probably lean fans and players to go that way. I like to see a defeat the streak, would be kind of cool, but maybe they do a modern twist on it and they do like defeat the bloodline or defeat the tribal chief. Devin Santiago says, will we get the Austin trilogy or Austin Rock trilogy in 40 years of WrestleMania mode as the other Undertaker matches, as well as the other Undertaker matches? The cover art has the older Rock on it. It's a pretty good chance that we're going to see Rock Austin 1, 2, and 3. They've already done Austin Rock at WrestleMania 17 and 2K14. Is that right? So because they've already touched on it once, I don't know. They might do, I think they should just do the trilogy. The original one is good. You might get Austin HBK with Austin's title win. That's a big WrestleMania moment with Mike Tyson. They might do that. But they've already kind of gone through all of Austin's legacy before. I would like them to revisit it. Undertaker, I'm less enthused about because we've done so much Undertaker in the past. Do I love his matches? Yes, a lot of them. Give me like Taker versus Sid though. Like give me that match. There's other ones you could put in there for Undertaker. You've done the Brock Undertaker match, right? You could do post that and do like the Roman Undertaker match, for example. I'd still like to see End of an Era redone again. They did it before, but I like to see that one got brought back a little bit. Always Awesome says, will Dusty Rhodes only be in my faction or will he be in the Legends roster too? Actually, he's not in my faction. He's part of the DLC, the pre-order bonus. So if you do the pre-order, you're getting Dusty Rhodes in that pack. So he's not going to be in my faction. Chilling with Chase Evans. Do you think there will be any new weapons in 2K24? Yes, they commented, the devs have, that we are getting updated weapon wheel. So we're going to see new weapons as well as being able to throw weapons, which is kind of fun. So there's new stuff in there. What it'll be, I don't know. But we know soda cans is a thing. Hopefully, my biggest thing, I don't really care like what the weapons are. Like I don't need thumbtacks, be cool, but they probably won't do that. I want to be able to go ringside and pick up the championship. Like that's what I want. Title match, let me grab the belt, knock someone with the belt. Ring bell, let me grab the ring bell at ringside, knock somebody with the ring bell, get a DQ. Especially special guest referee, it'd be a lot of fun. That's what I want. Will stables be in the game like NWO Evolution DX? Man, I hope so. NWO, I think for sure, because I think all those guys are on WWE Legends contracts, so we should see that again. Evolution, probably not, because Flair isn't in there. However, the entrance motion will probably still be there for all three of them. DX, it should be. Like, now we are into 40 years of WrestleMania, and I know DX didn't have a Mania match, but you're dealing with so many different eras now. So you gotta tell me that they like half put it in last year, the theme song. It took them a while to get all of DX in there. It's still not perfect. Like Triple H's DX motion was still hidden. I hope it's there, man. I think it needs to be in there. Evolution's theme song needs to be in there. It's a big part of history, so why not? Blue and White Are Right says they need to change the supercharger because before they changed it, it was the accelerator. And that unlocked everything, and you didn't need to go through the showcase mode, do all the objectives and everything. Please 2K change this back. That'd be nice. I think they're kind of half doing it. So 40 years of WrestleMania, that edition of the game, it gives you like an add-on specifically in there that allows you to unlock all the showcase stuff. So yeah, it's got, if you don't have that, if you get the standard edition, the deluxe edition, I think you get the accelerator, and then you would still need to go through showcase and unlock everything. I hear you though. I would like the option. This year I'm more interested in playing it. Last year I had a problem with it because like my game crashed I think 3 times over the course of like 3 months. So I kept losing my save, and then I have to keep replaying showcase. I legit replayed showcase I think 3 times, twice on PC and once on Xbox. That's a lot. Rush Dash says, how do you think the ambulance match will work in 24? So I think that we're going to be able to, I think Brian Williams talked about this in an interview. We're going to be able to like use the ambulance as a weapon, like in terms of throw the guy into the ambulance, like hit him up against the side of it. Like we have backstage with the cars. I think we're going to see that stuff. How is it going to work? I think it'll probably work like a submission animation where we're going to have to like press or try to get the button combo, wear your opponent down so that they're like deep red. And then like a pinfall meter bar, it's probably going to be that where we're going to have to try to close the doors. My guess is like the opponent will struggle to close the ambulance doors. I don't know, but I think it'll be like a submission system. King Ace. That's a great question. How do you feel about people saying that you look like LA Knight? Yeah, I get this daily. And what's hilarious to me, like this has been going on since day one. So yeah, I vaguely resemble LA Knight. I find it funny I don't care. Number one, I do not care. But I find it funny that new people stumble across my channel or whatever, so they comment on it. So like, to me, it's old news. Like, I'm like, yeah, I vaguely resemble LA Knight, dummy. But new people find me every day, so I get the comment like once a day. They're like, this bro looks like LA Knight, or he looks like LA Knight's cousin, or it's like, are you the younger brother of LA Knight? It's just silly. But no, I'm fine with it. I don't care. Alexa Bliss Gamer has an Alexa Bliss question. I'm shocked. Do you think Alexa Bliss will get a new model, or will they use her 23 model? Probably her 23 model, because she's been off pregnant and had a bebe. So I think that they will use 23 version of Bliss. Prem asks, do you think 24 will be a top 3 WWE game of all time? Maybe a top WWE 2K game. WWE game in general, that's very subjective, because everyone's going to have an opinion. And even for the 2K games, people have an opinion on this. There's going to be fault with it. It's not going to be perfect. It's still going to, we know it's going to be missing stuff. Do I think it's going to be top 3? I think it's going to do better. My hope is that it does better than 22 and 23. It's going to be better than 20. 19 is hard to beat, but it might beat it with the match types. I don't know. It's very subjective. I think it will be a top game unless something's horribly fumbled. If the gameplay is smoother, less crashing, more tools, just more options, and it's a nice solid improvement, I'm going to be pretty happy. Big thing for me is like, does it have replay value? After a few months, people usually get tired of it. If Universe Mode and my GM mode has its hooks in me because there's so much to do, plus all the match types and all that, I don't know. If I keep coming back, it might be up there for top game. We'll see. Riley Anthony, how do you think that the new Boo Yay minigame is going to work and play in Universe Mode during a match? I'm asking the same thing about the 4 new match types we're getting Universe Mode, so how will they work in Universe Mode as well? Well, the 4 new match types I think are just going to be selectable like anything else, like we do with war games. I don't think it's going to be special or anything. I think it'll just be in the list of matches you can pick from. So you can do an ambulance match on Raw, or do 7 of them. Or make it an ambulance pay-per-view. That'd be fun. Boo Yay minigame? Don't know. I wonder if it's going to be like, maybe it's going to be like having enough, maybe it's going to be a payback, the Boo Yay minigame. It might be that. It might be one of the paybacks you have to unlock or get. That could be it. Or it's going to be something that certain wrestlers can do. And then you could like make it a move to do. It's going to be a comeback. That's what it is. It's going to be a comeback. It'll be a Boo Yay. And yay boo. User NZ says, do you think if Naomi returns at the Rumble, she'll be DLC like Ronda was? Very possible, because Naomi's entrance is still in the game, right? I think if they put her in, you don't have to update much. Just put in the 23 model and polish it a little bit more. They may already know that Naomi has come back. Maybe they get her scanned at the Rumble and we're good. I think that if she does show up like Sasha, if they show up at the Rumble, get them scanned, get them in the game, add them as DLC. Alex Cazares, I'm sorry. Should I buy Deluxe or Icon Edition? I don't know. You mean the 40 Years WrestleMania Edition? I'm gonna do a video on comparing all the editions and maybe help people out. Depends. 40 Years is gonna have a little bit more this year. It's a lot more money. So budget is always a thing I say watch out for. Deluxe Edition, I don't think you can go wrong because you're gonna get the season pass. So you get all the DLC. That's usually what I say to people is like, you could probably fall in the Deluxe Edition, but if you really want those add-ons for the 40 Years WrestleMania that they're giving you, then it might be worth it to you. You can always just get the Deluxe and then hopefully buy that stuff separately later if you can't afford it. UNC or Unfende Hado says, when do you think the 24 DLC will be announced? I think late February. I think they'll do the ratings reveals at some point in February like they did last year. And then they will like a week before the release, they're gonna say, here's the DLC. That's my guess. Our OMG moment's back, not that I know of. Will Samantha Irving be the ring announcer? There's rumblings. There are rumors that we're gonna get Mike Rome and Samantha Irving. I also heard that Alicia Taylor is gonna be the NXT ring announcer. I don't know. Those are the rumors that were flying around online. It wouldn't surprise me if they just stuck with Mike Rome again. Not that that's a bad thing, but Samantha's a big part of it. I'd love to see Raw and SmackDown ring announcers if they can do it. Today, again, is a lot. This year's a lot of quality of life improvements for the game. Maybe they are going to do this where we get more ring announcers. It'd be a lot of fun. Matt1L says, who should be the one to end Roman Reigns' run? It's probably going to be Cody. Right now, like as of today, when I'm going through this, I saw reports that like Sports Illustrated is throwing out rumors or words that it doesn't look like Cody's gonna make it. Like it's gonna be Cody and Punk at Mania and Roman Rock at Mania, which then it would be Seth and Gunther for the title, and Gunther winning the Rumble. Who knows? All those options are very interesting to me. Who should end Roman? Probably Cody, though. It would just make the most sense. But I would like to see Punk do it and then piss off Cody. I don't know, man. I'm good with anybody. Gunther should also win all belts. Juan Bidet says, my GM mode online multiplayer, is it happening or not? It is not. Confirmed it is not happening. But it might happen in 25. Javi, what's up, buddy? But with the lack of roster cuts in 23, do you think the teams and low card wrestlers will be excluded from 2K24? He was asking about the current roster, 15 tag teams on the main roster. Of course, some have to be like DLC, like AOP and possibly Indus Sher. I think Indus Sher might be. AOP, I'd love to see them come in as DLC. It might be too late for when they came in for them to get scanned, but they should be fairly easy to add back in. With the lack of roster cuts, do you think the teams and low card wrestlers will be excluded? I don't think so. I think they're going to hype this up as like one of the biggest rosters ever. They have to balance it, right? Anybody like brand new in NXT, I don't think is going to show up in the game. I think you need like the established people in NXT that WWE is invested in. Those people get in the game. If WWE hasn't like, you know, fallen in love with them or really pushed them a lot for a long period of time in NXT, I don't think then they show up in the game. So NXT is the bigger question mark to me. The teams, I think most tag teams show up. Thank you all for submitting your questions for Matt-Chat. Have a great day. If you guys need more 2K24 coverage, all that stuff, we got big updates coming on over here. Thanks so much. We got more Matt-Chats coming at you. Have a great day. Bye.